Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at Gala. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Okay, so let's get into it. So we were talking about a few things with Gala. We're talking about the potential to actually look for a push to the upside here. Looking at this effectively from this zone here where we were looking at it for the flat and then looking to push up. However, we've actually taken this low point now, and now basically what we have is a couple of options. Like I said in the previous video, we can look at this in two ways, and I'm looking at this either in this way where we actually complete this fifth into this high here, or alternatively, we could also argue that we could count this slightly different, where we actually look to complete further back here. If this is the case, what we could then do is look at this whole move as an ABC pattern as we have it there as a flat, and then potentially looking for this move to actually, there's two options here. Either we could get a connector wave which moves up like this, and this becomes an A, a B, and a C to the downside. Or alternatively, we could actually just have a smaller connector wave in here and actually look to break down one more time. So this is all looking for the potential to bring us into this box area that we have at the bottom here, which is this 3391 to this 2038. So within this structure here, we have to be a little bit careful because, like I said, we can potentially count it in two ways. And if we are looking at it in this way, because this is my preferred count at the meantime, for the meantime, we'll have to see how the structure unfolds. But effectively, what we'll be looking at within here is the potential of two things. So either where we've got to be cautious is we do have potential still to be forming a fourth wave, and we have actually come into that red box, which is the rejection zone that we were looking for a fourth wave within this area. So for the most part, we have to see if we fail to hold this zone here, this 31.15 to this 2078, we could actually be looking for a deeper move down here one more time in a fifth wave, which could potentially look to target out off of this current structure, this 1542 to this 0889899. So, we need to bear in mind that there is still that potential to come down here. So we've got to just be careful within this structure here. And, I'm counting this as a five-wave move here, but really, if we do take this low again at this 1542, we'll have to just treat it as a B wave to the upside. So, and potentially subdivide it in a different way, which makes it a corrective move. Or look at it from further back here, where this becomes an A, B, and a C, which would also still fit. We'd have to adjust the count slightly though at that point, because otherwise it wouldn't really fit the internal waves. If we were to look at it in that way, it would be more likely it would be a WXY pattern to the downside rather than a five-wave structure. So we'll have to give it a bit of space here. We haven't lost these key zones yet, so it will be interesting to see this previous fourth wave zone here. If we do move down towards this area of this 3601, I would be expecting some kind of a reaction, whether that's just a connector wave up and then we move down one more time, or whether that could actually be the completion of a correction to the downside here. We look at this bigger move as an ABC. So we're gonna go over these anyway. So what I'm looking out for within this is two things. So either we could break down as a corrective structure as an A, B, and C as we have here. And effectively what we'd be looking for is the potential that we could actually be forming a B wave here, because we do have the potential to count this as an impulse if it continues to break down. However, for the time being, all we have really is three-wave structure. So I would be looking for one more push down here. And I would be looking to see around this 3792 to this 3637. If we do find support in this zone, we could actually look for the potential to actually look to push up in a five-wave move for a C wave. And the reason why I'm having a look at this potential is if I throw this on, we can see there's also a lot of liquidity building up above us here. So it wouldn't surprise me to see some kind of a move like this where we actually see this push back up and grab some of this liquidity. Whether it manages to push above this A wave high or not, that'll be something we have to look out for. But if we do start to develop five-wave structure here to the upside, effectively, that's what I'd be looking for. And if we are looking at the potential to form this as a flat correction in here, depending on how low we come, if we argue we went down to there, we could look to actually revisit this zone of this 5881 to this 5301 as a typical expanding flat. This is also possible that it could form a running flat within here, and we don't cross this A wave high. So we'd have to monitor this, potentially looking for something like a double top at that point. So we have actually taken this low. So like this B wave potential is still here. If we do start to break down deeper, then I would be looking at this slightly different. If we do start to form a five-wave structure from our current position, and we do break down towards the zone of this 3398, that would be looking for the fact that we could have this C wave already playing out, where we're actually starting to get some extensions in here, where we'll have this as a 1-2. This would be an additional 1-2, and then we're forming 1-2-3-4. Going to get a fifth wave down, potentially rally back up for a fourth into the same location of this low, and then actually look to break down one more time, and then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'd be potentially looking for an additional move up here and a fifth wave down. So that you can see how this would look to take us down into this area. We also have to be aware that we could look to see further extension, which we're also going to discuss now. If we do move down into this zone of this C wave here, we'll have to watch this move to the upside, because it wouldn't really have come down to the typical zone, which would be this 3115 area. So we'd have to be on the lookout that if we do only form three-wave structure back to the upside here, this whole move could then become an A, B, and a C, which could take longer to play out, but actually look to bring us deeper down into the zone. So if that's looking for that bearish potential, the bullish potential here, where we actually form a bigger structure here, and we actually look to complete rather into this low, and then we have this move as an A, come back down for a B, and then look for that potential to come back up for that C wave to the upside. So, this is still possible for as long as we hold this 2078. If we do start to lose this, it becomes less likely. Alternatively, we can also argue that, this could be a 1, a 2, and then we look for a third wave off the back of it. But we don't have that information yet. So, that's just speculation at this point. So what I'm looking out for, like I said, is potential to actually move down here towards this 3398 area. If we do look to break down deeper, then this box area will be looking for that support. And we need to be just cautious a little bit, because, like I said, if we're arguing that we could still be looking for a new low here, the way I'm currently looking at it, so this isn't confirmed yet, but I'm just tracking it in this way, where we look at this as a 1, 2. This is another 1, 2 into this high. And then potentially that we're starting to set up for this deeper third wave move. So if we actually look to break down deeper here towards this 2925 area, what I'd be looking for is basically that possibility that, like I said, we could start to see some extensions within these waves. And this could actually look to break down deeper towards this third wave location that we have here. And if we do move to that 29425, then what we'd be looking for is that evidence of having this fourth wave here in a three-wave move, and then looking for a continuation to the downside for another fifth wave. So these are things that we're going to have to keep an eye on and take this sort of level by level here and see how we go. Because if we do take this high again at what is this? 53 5 cents 300, effectively then we could look to invalidate this potential for looking at this as a 1212. But really, until we actually take this 6293 here, we can still look for that potential to actually continue to the downside. So this high here would be this 258 0583 834. Then we could still argue that as long as we don't take this zone here, this could still just be a 1 and another 2. So we could even move back up into this red box area here of this 5527 to this 5229, and then still get further rejection here. So it's going to be interesting to see here. If we do continue to break down, then I'll start leaning more towards this option, but really we'd have to move much more substantially down towards this 2925. Otherwise, for the time being at least, this is the count that I think is most probable, that we could look for the support to come in here towards this 0438 to this 3637 area. If we hold this zone, then we could look for that potential for that C wave to the upside, and then actually look for progression, and then actually look for this progression either in the C wave from here, or alternatively, we could also argue that this move could be completed with the C wave into this location here, and then we could actually look to rally up here and see. The important thing off the back of this move would be whether we manage to maintain, whether we manage to take these highs. Otherwise, for as long as we remain below the 6293, we'd still have to be cautious of that potential to actually break down one more time. Like I said, whether we look at this C wave as playing out currently, or alternatively we get something like this, which would actually fit the sort of time spent in the A wave a bit better if we did see a move like this. So yeah, I mean, it's something to keep an eye out here. This would also look to potentially take that liquidity, like I said, and then look to continue to the downside. So keep an eye on this. If we do start to get a 5 wave move up here, it'll be important to see what happens afterwards. So if we do get a 5 wave structure, if we want to look for bullish potential, we would want to find that support being found again above that 786 of this 5 wave move once it develops. But we'll keep you up to date once we have some more information. Everyone, I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed it, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below, and also in the description you will find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. We've got big things happening in there with the trades going off this last week. Really big profits for a lot of them. So come and check it out for yourself. In the description, you'll also find affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Come check them out as well. If you don't have an account with them, basically using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and there is a deposit bonuses if you meet the criteria. More information can be found on the websites through the links below. Everyone, have a great day. See you in the next one.